What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Gin and Sofa. I know we've been MIA a little bit recently, a little spotty, but we have a new studio set up.
Well,
and in the process of being set up. You're right. You're right.
Space. We are currently working on it.
Yeah, we are working on it.
Construction.
So we ask you to please give us a little bit of leeway, but also, while you're waiting, go back and listen to some old episodes.
Yeah,
Check us out on Instagram, Gin and Sofa Pod, Twitter, Gin and Sofa Podcast.
I think so. Yeah, it's all the same.
If you just search Gin and Sofa Podcast, you'll find us on whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry it's been a little bit spotty, but we've been pretty busy. We just moved.
And we just moved.
Currently, I've been interviewing.
You have been interviewing.
I'm getting out of the Navy.
And what would you say with these interviews is like the thing that sticks out most in your head?
It sticks out most.
Because most people don't have as many interviews as you're having right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think the thing that sticks out the most is just how annoying it is
to
talk about yourself.
That's true.
I don't know. So I don't understand how some people are so conceited.
Yeah.
To where they can just talk about themselves. You've met the people where that's their conversation is just them.
Yeah.
I don't get it because I'm tired of talking about myself.
I agree.
And I have to repeat it almost twice a week,
Do all of your interviews literally start with the, so tell us about yourself?
Oh my God.
I hate that
Almost
question.
every time. It's always like, hey, tell us a little bit about Zachary.
I hate that because I'm like, I want to tell you cool stuff, but you're also
I think one time or a couple times I'm always like, you want me to like work wise? Or you want me to start from the beginning? When I was a kid.
I was born.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to play with Nerf guns.
Sharon and Ron.
Yeah. Let me start from the beginning. And you're like, whoa, easy. That's too early.
Yeah, easy there, killer.
But it is annoying. And I'm like, I don't know. I get but it's like complaining about a good thing in a way.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you sound like an ass. If you
for sure.
Sometimes I probably sound like a douche. I'm like, hey, I'm tired of so many interviews, But it's just kind of like a monotonous thing. But the funny thing I was thinking about was that I'm sitting here and these people, not even the interviewers.
Okay.
It's like the HR person or something that's just in the middle.
Yeah, the middleman.
Or even so they have these recruiters, they have these headhunters.
Yeah.
They just look for job opportunities for you. And they're they call you and stuff. And then I'm thinking about how I'm just cordial with them and super over the top, nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm never going to meet them or ever see them probably ever in person.
Yeah,
I'm never going to meet them.
Some of these people are calling you from
Chicago.
Yeah. Places that just
and then I was thinking about it more, and I was like, I guess we do have some kind of relationship because they're finding a job for me. But have you ever realized that you're overly nice to someone that you don't ever need to, say you're going at the airport.
Yeah.
And you're super nice to a TSA agent or something, or even the chick the dude that gives you your boarding pass.
Yeah.
And you go out of your way to be the nicest person ever to them.
And you're
I'm not saying be rude.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean. You make it a point to be nice, and then you're like, why was I so unnecessarily nice?
Because you think about it, they see thousands of you.
Yeah. As long as you don't are an ass, you probably are just gonna I call it was cable or internet, and you call the call center, and you're super nice to them, oh, thank you, and you're you know what? I love that you set up my cable today.
Yeah, you're never gonna see. They don't even know who you are. You're just a phone call.
That's true.
And then as soon as they hang up with you, they just pick up the phone for the next person.
Yeah, call another dude.
I'm not saying be rude.
Yeah.
Don't take my words and twist them, but I'm just saying.
Gin and Sofa is not advocating for you to be rude, but
but if they deserve it, you can be rude all you want.
Oh, sure.
Just,
are you? Do you say when they call you, there's a different Zach voice? Are you
probably
hey,
a little bit? Hey, what's going on? No. Or you're awesome, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're just yeah, that's great to hear it.
I'm so glad to hear from you.
Yeah, and then I'm talking to you. I'm what the fuck do you want?
Right before you pick up the call. Who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? I'm Zach. Yeah.
No, I definitely I know what you mean because I get a lot of not clients. I'll be overly nice to my clients, but vendors for my clients. Like they'll call me to be like, hey, I need you to set up this API connection. Don't want to get too technical on you guys, but they'll call me and say like, I need you to set up this API connection. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can definitely do that for you. I'd be happy to. And I'm like, why am I like treating you like you're my client?
Right.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
Or I got a better one for you. Okay, have you ever overanalyzed the situation, like a conversation you had with somebody? Oh, perfect. Okay. We were just at the grocery store, right?
Yes.
And say like, I can even remember, okay, the guy checking our thing at Costco. And he pulled up the ravioli and like looked underneath, like
I put up and looked at the
you know what I mean? And I know we overanalyze it. So you have done. I'm sure you have done this, like where you're just like, why would you look at my chicken breast?
Do you not think I need to?
Do you think I'm stealing chicken breast here? You think I'm smuggling Costco goods?
You think I rolled in here, spent a bunch on ravioli to slide in?
Because like he's just like, you're gone. The next person's up and he's looking at their shit. So
I feel like the
has
Walmart
there been
people,
another instant where you've like super overanalyzed.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
all you think about.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have said like, not thank you so much to the, or you have a good flight too to the fucking TSA guy or whatever.
Enjoy your meal. You too.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's like the best, like number one. Or going to see a movie.
Oh yeah,
enjoy your movie. You too, bud.
You too. And then you almost like, I feel like in those situations, I almost want to walk back out there and be like, look, I didn't mean to tell you to also enjoy the movie. I'm sorry. I know you're working.
Bro, listen up. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I kind of fucked up.
But I do want you to know I hope you have a good day.
Yeah, I hope we don't run into each other in public and think I just hope everyone watches a good movie.
I feel like the other part of that is too, like, do you think that like those movie people, like the guy taking your ticket or like the guy checking your Costco receipt, do you think he's like hanging out with other movie people, be like, bro, these two dudes rolled through. I got another one.
When he said, enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
Fucking clown.
And then they just, and like, even if they did say that,
sad, but I
they
bet
don't
they
know
do.
our name.
I bet they do.
I bet they do, but I bet they don't know our name. Like, our tickets don't say, like, this is purchased.
No. Yeah, they'll see your name right there. Or, like, what about airplane, though?
Ooh, airplane's a tough one, because if you say that, they're like, oh, I know that boarding pass name.
They have your name. Yeah. And they're like, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, all the Southwest people or whoever you're flying with, like, all
Southwest.
email each other. Yeah.
You pick Southwest?
I'm a JetBlue guy.
Okay.
What's your airline? Like, all things equal, and not like
Probably
the Emirates or anything.
Delta.
Delta, you're a Delta.
Maybe. Nah, actually, I think it's United.
Ooh, okay. I feel like United is a nice, outside of that weird thing from like 5 years ago where they like beat up a dude.
Yeah, that was that weird, that strange beating.
Yeah, that was, weird thing. But
no, I mean, I think usually not. Although I say when we went to London, was it Virgin?
Yeah,
they were pretty good.
I like a Virgin flight.
Yeah, well, I think you're only overseas. Are they?
Yeah, I feel like
I'm only flying overseas.
That's what General Sofa does.
Yeah.
All right, dude, I gotta tell you something. Like, I know that you and I are both, I don't want to say we're aggressive drivers, but the reason why I think people would call us aggressive drivers is because we're good drivers.
Okay.
I don't want to say I'm a good driver, but like
I'm a great driver.
Yeah.
Let's not get carried away here, but I'm awesome.
But like the thing I think that comes across as us being aggressive is like, what do you think is the worst driver to have in front of you?
Okay, do I have examples?
Yeah, so like, I think the worst driver to have in front of you is the guy in the left lane that like...
Okay, what kind of zone are we in right now? Are we in the highway?
We are on the highway.
In the residentials?
But he's not, it's on the highway, but he's not changing lanes.
Okay.
He's riding the left lane.
Yeah.
But like, riding it this person annoys me more than anything. Rides it going maybe, here the speed limit is 70, I think.
Yeah,
like on the interstate.
Well, yeah, going up north.
Yeah, going to Richmond.
Yeah.
So it's 70, and like the guy will go like 74.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like he thinks I'm in the fast lane. I'm speeding. In my head, I want to, every time I'll be honest, I'm a light flasher. Flash the light.
It's a bit aggressive.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah, I flash the lights if a dude's in front of me on the left lane, not going fast.
Okay, I'll tell you. Are you...
Okay.
Collecting my thoughts.
Yeah.
So how fast are you flashing these lights? Like how soon you get, all right, I'm in the left lane. I'm going 75.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Okay.
And then you're like, what? You're in the middle, or you're coming up on me quick, right?
Yeah, if any cops are listening, I go 78, but for real purposes,
you can go 79.
Like
it's okay.
I go like
You
83.
can go 79.8.
I go 83. I'll be honest with you.
Why? That's weird.
I know, but
What's the
it's
number
because
for it?
like
Why 83? Why
I
not
know
85?
I'm gonna get reckless no matter what, but like
Yeah,
I
you might
feel
as
like
well.
the judge will be like, he was barely over 80.
He just tapped his gas.
Yeah.
He just got a little bump
So like I go
on that
83.
pedal.
I'm catching this guy. This is a DRS zone.
Okay.
You know,
so
I'm
you got a
catching
little
this dude.
aerodynamic.
Yeah.
You got a little boost.
I got a boost. I'm catching this dude.
A slipstream.
If I get up on you, the way I start flashing my lights when I see you have room to get over and you
Okay.
haven't.
All right.
So like I'll come up and
That's fair.
if a car length, I'll say a car length, I'll flash my lights and then I'll get around you. And I'll be honest, I oh man. I'll be honest. If I have to pass you on your right,
yeah.
I will give you a face.
Show me the face. I want to see this face.
All right. I mean, maybe we'll put it on the Instagram. You guys should check out the Instagram for this face. But I will give you this face. Zaccardo is the only person who will see this face right now.
Oh, that's face.
Like you saw the hand movement too.
I saw the hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
The hand's with the face.
I'm not
It's not
done.
just the face. There's more than that.
Yeah. Once I get in front of them,
Oh, there's
and,
more.
and I make the left hand get back into the left lane very quickly.
Oh yeah, how quick are you? Like just in front of him?
I am, because I want them to know they can't be in this lane. And I want them to see me as I reach up and point my hand to the right lane. I'm an asshole when it comes to people being an asshole back to me.
Okay.
And I feel like if you're in the left lane, if you're listening to this and you are in the left lane, you're the worst kind of person. I'm sorry. Get in the right
fuck off
lane.
the road.
Yeah. Get in the right lane. That's all you got to do, man. You're not driving faster than me. Get in the right lane.
Okay.
That's my least favorite driver.
Let me say this though.
Okay.
All right, you're flashing your lights.
Okay.
Homie's not getting over, so you're preparing.
I'm
Do you just
preparing for the
wait?
move.
Do you just wait for the opening? Is there another progression to your?
Nah, I'll
your,
flash the lights.
Your warnings. You ever honk on the horn? Is what I'm getting at.
Oh no, I
That's
don't
too
use,
much. That's too much.
I'll
But
tell you
can,
what.
You can
Yeah.
hand gesture. You can make that face at somebody.
The horn
But
is
if you
too,
horn,
I don't have an intimidating horn.
I don't think anybody really does.
I feel like my horn. I
feel like
I was
let me
on a
just say
date.
this.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like all car manufacturers across the board got together in a meeting and were like, let's make horns non-intimidating.
Yeah.
Just no one's allowed to have anything more than
Yeah.
you know, like
exactly.
that's it.
I was on.
I don't care if you're driving a fucking semi-automatic. It's like not
It's
semi-automatic. It's a goddamn hand. I'm in a semi-truck.
Yeah. You're driving a gun.
You driving a gun? I guess I'll get out of your fucking
Yeah.
way, bro. Shit. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was on a date and I had to use my
no.
horn.
Okay. How many dates was this?
This was maybe a third or second date. So it was someone that like I liked, and like I honked the horn.
Yeah.
And she started laughing. She said, "That's what your horn sounds like." And ever since then, I've had a complex about my horn. I've never used my
horn. Have you
horn.
ever gotten her car?
And she drove like a Nissan. I don't get in those things.
Yeah, those things are death traps. Bro.
No, I mean she drove like something
I
that
don't
I
want to be
was,
seen in a Nissan.
I like being the passenger. I like being the passenger in cooler cars than mine. Like
yes. Yeah.
That's why I love being the passenger in you guys' Jettas.
They're not that cool, bro.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think a Jetta's cooler than a CRV.
I don't know. I think they're equal.
They're on the same plane.
Yeah, the same level of coolness. I think like you should have gotten her car just to see what her fucking and literally made a gesture when she honked her horn. Oh,
Get the same gesture.
you would have to find a way. So I would have to help you out
Okay.
to like make her honk her horn. Like just let me know where you guys were going.
Yeah.
I'd drive up and I'd
text
and I
you.
would like slam on my brakes in front of her, just like
Or like just not move.
yeah, just not move.
Yeah.
Like it's like a stop sign. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one. It's a good one. You know, like she's behind me in a stop sign and I just don't go. I'm just sitting there I'm gonna do one of those things where I'm like looking down on my phone. I'm just like
Exactly.
you know. and then she honks her horn and you're like, what?
That was your horn?
You make fun of mine?
You know, it'd be better if you jumped out of the car and we're like, "That was your horn."
That's escalating.
Well, I mean, like if you make fun of the horn,
That's like a scenario I never want to be in.
well, you just open the door and be like, "Ha!"
That's one of those
stupid
things,
horn.
though. I feel like if someone got out of their car, I just would just drive.
Yeah, that is
over
the
them.
thing. I would
run them
never
over.
get out of my car if
I'd
someone got out
probably
of the
just
car.
run them over. Well,
Depending on the situation.
Maybe I just go away. Like, make it easier.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna.
You
look like a buffoon.
You look like a buffoon.
Damn fucking jabron.
You do look like a jabron. If you jump out of your car, you're also the worst kind of person.
So I feel like no one needs to ever say that. We already know that's a terrible person. But I guess, man, dude, I'm trying to think of like the worst. There's so many shitty kind of drivers.
I feel like you're also like we're best friends for a reason. When we're in a car together, we have the same thoughts when it comes to like people in front of us. Mm-hmm. You know, like the guy in the left lane going too slow, or the person who's like about to take a left turn but doesn't put on their turn signal. So you're like, why is this dude slowing down?
There's like different scenarios. There's the highway guys, you know. Oh, one of my favorites. One of my favorite crimes committed, is like we've talked about this before, where I'm a cruise control, get my MPGs up kind of guy right now.
You are a cruise control guy.
And I already told you guys, I usually just sit in the middle lane, and then someone comes up me. I don't get the lights on me though. Yeah, I move aside.
Sure,
I move aside.
You're also in the middle lane, where I feel like you shouldn't be angry if someone's in the middle lane.
And I get that, like, someone behind me might be wanting to go a little faster, but like, I'll get over.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't ever stay is in the exit areas. Like on ramps and exit. That's also okay. Now I distracted my own self. That is a doucher move.
Yeah,
absolutely. Is when like you're getting on the interstate and there's a guy just in the right lane, just there.
Just hanging out, going slow.
He's not going fast. He's not going slow. Yeah. He's just kind of going like, "Hey, what's up?"
Lackadaisical.
And you're like, you're in the fucking like merge lane.
I need to get where you are.
No one honestly should be in the right lane.
Near an yeah.
Well, like honestly, the right lane should be just kept clear, except for like if you need to move over for someone to pass you.
That's true.
Or if you're getting off.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like everyone gets on the interstate in that right lane.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you need to just fucking stay in the middle, and here's the thing: is like I will only get in the right lane if they're like left lane.
Yeah.
Is like back with people. Like there's no way for the guy behind me to get around.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
So like if you're coming up behind me and I look over and there's like 4 cars like down, I will get over and you can go and I'll get back over.
But if
if I'm going down the middle lane, 65 and a 65.
Yeah.
And there's no one else on the fucking highway.
I see.
And you ride up on me.
You're an ass.
Sorry, we're gonna go 65 until you realize you can change lanes.
I agree.
But I was gonna say that one of the worst people is when they go in the right lane to pass.
Oh, I only pass on the right because
it's funny because it's funny is that there's a few times where you are behind someone in the left lane and you're not the reason they're going slow. It's somebody in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like they get up on you and they get in the right lane and they start passing you. And then like now you're the slow guy, right?
Yeah.
And then like someone else gets behind you and they're like, why aren't you going faster? And you're like,
yeah,
I want to get in the right lane, but there's a fucking twat whistle in the right lane blocking me.
Yeah.
Because he should have gotten in the left lane and passed me.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I'm trying to think of someone not in the highway. I'm trying to think here.
While you think, you brought up one of my least favorite drivers as well. Let's just be honest. I drive fast, so
you have a CRV. You must.
Yeah, left lane. If someone's coming up on behind me, they're hauling ass. So like if someone's gaining on me and they switch lanes, I'm like, bro, you're about to be stuck behind me because like people like to jump through to the right lane, and like.
Yeah.
If I'm in the left lane going slow, it's because I've assessed the situation.
And this is
there's no wiggle. There's no move.
There's no wiggle. Yeah. And you should just deal with it, bro.
When do you think? And I'll ask you this because I feel like, especially when you go to work, like you want your miles per gallon. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
when you're driving.
I'm not gonna lie, there's no rush for me to get to work.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. Big fan of working. So, whatever.
Let's hope none of your interviewers.
Oh, yeah. I would love to speed to your work. If you are my interviewer, I will be there extremely fast.
Yeah. But like, you care about your miles per gallon.
Yeah.
So when someone's hauling ass, like I feel like people when do you think it's okay to get over into the left lane? Because you go 65, you care about your miles per gallon, but eventually you're going to catch up to a trailer, like an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Sure.
so they're going slow, so you need to get over. When do you think you should get over? When you know you're going slower than the
What
left?
lane am I in initially?
Sorry?
I'm in the middle lane?
Yeah,
or
all right, say it's a 2-lane highway.
Oh, 2-laner.
Yeah.
A whole
And you're
2-laner.
a whole 2 lanes.
Okay.
You're in the right lane.
Yeah.
And you come up to a trailer and you're like, "Oh, I know I'm going to pass this guy." Mm-hmm. Do you do it like when you're on his ass? Do you do it like the reason why I ask this is cuz like when I drive, I notice people get over very early. And in my head I'm like, "You know that I would pass you if you just stayed over there and then you could get over."
It depends on how fast I'm approaching said slow bastard. Okay.
That's true.
It depends on how I think the biggest crime here is that people don't know rate of speed when they drive. They don't understand how fast a car in front of them is going or coming up behind them.
I agree.
So it's all on like how I would tend to like wait up to like on the last second.
Yeah.
And then to get over, but it all depends also on if there's anyone in the left lane.
That's true.
Because if there's no one in the left lane, okay.
You're getting over there quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. If I'm in the left lane and I'm going fast, here's the thing is if I'm in the left lane and the right I'm going faster than the right lane, then like you're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree.
Now if I don't get over when I pass the guy on the right, you can flash your lights. How's that?
Flash your lights.
Flashlight on me, bro.
We've now. I feel like the best part about Jen and Sofa, we have now come to the conclusion on when it's okay to flash your lights at the guy in front.
If anyone was curious when it's okay, it's probably not ever okay. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Might be.
Because it's a bit aggressive. And,
it is a little aggressive. I'm sorry.
Traffic police, but you know, but I will say people deserve to get thrown off the road. If I had a forklift on the front of my car, it'd be great. Just throw them off
just
the
like
side.
flip you over.
Get on out of here, you
I like
shitbird.
those shovel cars that like when they do this.
snowplow?
Yeah,
snowplow car off the interstate.
Yeah.
Like get the hell out of here, you shithead.
You're in this lane.
Yeah, you are incorrectly positioning your vehicle.
So my question is to other Jen and Sofa listeners, what do you think is the worst car driver? We'd love to hear.
Oh yeah, maybe it's
you. Maybe you're the listener.
The 100% the way you drive.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is.
And,
you just suck as a person.
Justify you being in the left lane to me.
Yeah, justify why you'd be pissed someone flashed their lights on you. That's also a good one.
Yeah, convince me why I need to stop flashing my lights.
Or it's that or you making the face. I don't know which worse.
I do a lot of bad things.
Yeesh.
It's a long drive.
It's a long drive. I gotta make it exciting somehow.
Yeah. Zach, this is actually the second time we've made this drink, but this time we've made it a little differently. We went with mezcal instead of tequila.
Okay, yeah.
And my question to you is, what am I drinking here?
Well, this is a paloma. It's a pamplemousse paloma.
Okay.
And I got it out of the Empress Gin catalog of cocktails. The cocktail catalog. And the reason we made it, well, you guys don't know what, we made it with tequila last time, but our...
just to try it.
Our recording got lost.
Yeah. That's the reason we did
a little mishap. I had a little mishap with my
technical issues.
editing
That's
issues.
It.
You know, it's okay. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a paloma, which is traditionally with mezcal.
Yeah. Okay.
We only used tequila last time because we didn't have any mezcal.
Because we didn't have mezcal.
So it's a pamplemousse paloma.
Okay.
It's Empress Gin.
Nice.
And I don't remember what the mezcal you got.
For some reason, I'm pretty sure it says gracias a Dio, like thank you God.
Oh
mezcal?
yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure that is the name of the mezcal. Mezcal.
Okay. Mezcal.
Yeah.
Mezcal.
I have difficulty saying that.
I really was hoping that we could if we could get our hands on the Dos Hombres.
I know.
By Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, but you know it's not here yet in
Virginia ABC.
Get on it,
please.
Like I'm trying to get this shit. All right, like come on.
Yeah.
So it's those two ingredients and then lime juice. And then topped with grapefruit soda, which, we always have Fresca on hand.
Gin and Sofa always loves Fresca.
So Fresca is a grapefruit soda.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So, yeah. What do you think?
Okay. Here's my thoughts. This one was a lot more smoky. I think that's like the mezcal flavor, right?
That is the mezcal. Yeah, okay. I think it's a flavor profile.
So like, I liked this one more. I distinctly remember liking the tequila, grapefruit, gin that we did last time.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I like a lot. I think the mezcal. A lot. Yeah, I like a lot. I was really glad we got the actual mezcal. Yeah. I think it makes this drink really stand out. It's very smoky, but because of the grapefruit, I think it has like this really cool like smoky. It's almost like, have you guys ever eaten like a charred grilled like lemon when like someone's making like a seafood boil?
Yeah.
Like it almost reminds me of that, where like you have the smoky flavor of a citrus. Okay. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah,
okay,
like this.
Okay. Oh my God, I bumped it.
That's all right. I think this would be a cocktail that I want to try with like different. We're never gonna change the Empress Gin,
of course.
But I want to try with different mezcals, and I want to see like how good this could be, because this is really good. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is to me, I think we have a cocktail scale, if you guys remember, which is the Gin and Sofa cocktail scale. Is a 1 is something you will not finish. No matter how much you paid for it, you're like, this is not good. 2 is you'll finish it, but you're probably not excited about it. You're going to order something off of it. A 3 is, you'll order it again. You like it if it's on the menu. And then a 4 is you're going off menu for it.
Yeah, you're searching.
Yeah, and I gotta say, if I looked at someone's menu at a cocktail bar, I might say, "Hey, what mezcal do you have?"
Yeah,
and I might say, just throw in a paloma.
What? Yeah, what? I mean, okay, so I usually get Second Street usually has a paloma.
Okay,
I usually get it. It's pretty good.
What do they? Do you know what they use? Do they use Dos Hombres? Are you getting your hands on Dos Hombres?
I don't know. They might just use tequila because.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. They have it. I could probably look up their menu, but
I would go off menu for this.
You'd go off menu.
I would go off menu for this. Yeah, I would go. When we did it with tequila, I probably wouldn't go off menu for it.
We were also using. Well, I guess it wasn't that bad of tequila. I was like, this is a really shitty tequila we're using, so that's probably why. But I mean, like,
what do you think? Do you like it?
Yes.
You do.
I'm sorry, I just yawned. Extremely long.
It's okay.
I do like it, but I also like it's citrusy. The funny thing about it is I didn't taste much gin.
I didn't either.
And it's like a double-sided sword.
Okay.
Because I like Empress.
You do.
The taste of it. And so like it's like, oh well, if you had gin that was kind of rough, I guess you would cover it with the mezcal flavor, right?
That's true.
Because the mezcal is kind of dominant.
Yeah, very.
And then you have citrus, like, boom, right? Because you got grapefruit.
Yeah.
And then you have lime juice in it. So, like, it's like, okay. But, like, it's kind of like, the Empress gave it a nice color.
It did. That almost, like, threw me for a loop because it was still purple, but it didn't taste like our normal Empress drinks.
Like I said, it's kind of like I like to taste the Empress, but it's okay. Yeah, I think it's really good. I think I'd give it a 3, though.
A 3. You would order it if you saw it on a menu, but
I think actually. So here's the funny thing is I took it off the cocktail catalog, right?
Yeah.
The Empress, and left out a few things. I guess we should probably bring that up. There's a pamplemousse liqueur we didn't put in it, which is grapefruit liquor,
which we substituted for Fresca.
Well, no.
Oh no, we didn't.
No, we didn't because it's his top with grapefruit soda.
Oh, okay. So this should have been another
element. I just can't find that here.
Yeah, we don't get that in Virginia.
Yeah, sorry, we have the shittiest selection. And then it wanted to rim the glass with sugar, salt, and chili powder.
Oh.
I'm not a big fan of the chili powder in my drink, but if you want to, we can try it with it.
Maybe one day. Maybe I want to see if we could ever find the grapefruit liqueur.
Yeah, I wonder
if that ever comes.
Ever shows up, or we're maybe we're out of state, we can find it.
So what if my question to you then is, like, what if we did something like if we didn't do grapefruit, would you do anything to change the flavor of it? Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, we don't do grapefruit. Maybe we top it with a cherry soda and then do a cherry liqueur. Does that completely change?
I think it's different.
That's not a paloma anymore?
Well, the only reason I think it's different, I don't know if it's a paloma, but like, I think the difference is that I think citrus works well with tequila and mezcal very well.
Yeah.
Like, lime and tequila. So it's like
I
a
agree.
natural, like, pairing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think it'd be bad. I just think it'd be a different drink.
Yeah, it'd be like
with the cherry, you know?
I agree. I like this drink. Do we give it a Gin and Sofa stamp of approval?
I give it a stamp of approval, yeah. Empress did good. Empress Gin?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's, I give it a 3 just because I wouldn't go off menu. I mean, I guess I'm going off experience that I'd see it on a menu and I'd get it.
Yeah. You'd see Empress Gin and be like,
Oh,
whatever that is.
Yeah, let me get whatever the hell's in. I don't even care what else is in.
Yeah. Okay, so my question then is, we've discussed the drink. People who've listened to Gin and Sofa know that we usually make a drink that's related.
Right.
So why are we drinking this, Zach?
So we're drinking this because, okay. So we all know mezcal's Mexican.
Sure.
I want to say it's like the not as popular brother of tequila.
For sure. It's also kind of expensive.
It's pretty expensive, which is kind of like counterproductive,
Yeah.
like the opposite of what we're pairing it with. But I guess I'm gonna say it's we're gonna review Nacho Libre,
Hell yeah.
the movie. And I guess he was kind of the what's the word I'm looking for? Not outlaw.
He was like an oddball. Like he stuck out.
Yes.
The black sheep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black sheep. Now, I'm not saying mezcal is black sheep. I'm saying,
No. But like adding Empress Gin maybe.
You can even think of it as we went to the ABC store and how many mezcals did we find as opposed to how many tequilas?
There are 2 mezcals, I think.
Yeah,
right?
and we found like at least 30 types of tequila.
Yeah.
So there's only one Jack Black in that monastery. And so
I like it. I think
that's how I'm gonna relate it, and it's from Mexico and that's where he was at.
Yeah.
So
it's a drink from that area, but different, just like a white Jack Black who's apparently living in a Mexican monastery.
Yeah. No one questions.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And there's not other like white people. It's literally just Jack Black and Mexico.
Yeah. It's what's going on there, we don't know.
I agree.
Oh, interesting. So I was going to say Paloma is actually a tequila-based cocktail.
Oh, so maybe this is why it's a little different. It's because instead of tequila,
It's mezcal.
it's mezcal.
So it's tequila-based with lime juice and grapefruit-flavored soda such as Fresca, Squirt, or Euritos.
Squirt. I've never had Squirt.
Squirt. Squirt is the one that I think Potozic wanted us to get, but I got Sundrop instead.
Classic.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry,
Oh,
bud.
well.
But you bring the Squirt. We'll bring the.
Well.
I was trying to think of some other.
We
some
bring
other
the
words.
Squirt, we bring the mezcal.
Yeah. I like it. I think we agree. It relates to the movie we're going to review, and we hope you enjoy.
Yeah, it's good.
So Zach, like you were saying, we made that tequila drink because of Nacho Libre. We're going to do another DeGINerate review. I think it's cool. We call it that now.
What was mezcal?
Mezcal. That's right. That's right.
yeah.
Because of you specifically chose mezcal. So let's get into the review.
Sure.
And this is actually full disclosure, everyone. This is the second time we've watched the movie in a very short time. I think it was good. Even a second time, like that close together. I didn't think it would be. Like I was not looking forward to that style of humor.
Like that close together.
That close together. But I was impressed by it was just funny.
Yeah.
It was good.
I mean, that's like the second time I've seen it. But I've always enjoyed it. I don't know. It's like I think a little less severe than like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, like it does still have like that awkwardness, but it's not.
Style.
Yeah, but it's not like over the top like
it's kinda
Napoleon
like when you
Dynamite
watch
is.
Wes Anderson movies, and you know it's a Wes Anderson movie right away.
Yeah,
You know it's this dude Hess is his last name, I think.
yeah. I think
Jared
Jared.
Hess or
Yeah,
something like that. I think so. You immediately can tell it's like, hey, this is this dude. I can, like,
yeah. It has that vibe.
but it's a lot less severe. I think a lot less weird.
Yeah.
Even though it is very weird, and I'm not saying it's not weird. So
Agreed.
Don't
yeah.
twist my words. But you still enjoyed it.
I did
That's
still
great.
enjoy it. So I'm excited to get started. It starts with like I guess a flashback.
Yeah.
Or is it Chancho?
It's a flashback.
It's a okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So it's like a flashback, and it shows like I guess Mr. Nacho's been a fan of
the luchadors.
The luchadors for some time.
Yes, since his childhood.
And you can tell he's like poor because he's like, he's watching on like black and white TVs. It's very, you could tell he needs some help.
Not much cash.
Yeah.
Where he's from.
And then I think it goes right into like the present day, which is that he's still a brother in this monastery. Is that what they're called?
A monastery. He's a friar.
Friar. That's what it is. Yeah. He's a friar. And he's just at this monastery, and he's, working with these orphans. I guess he was an orphan there, and now.
Yeah, now he's still there working.
Yeah, now he just stayed there.
The orphans there.
Yeah.
No, what's it called?
What?
You, like give something to somebody. I don't know. It's like you give something to somebody, so they give something to somebody else.
I have no idea.
It's like a term, man.
Man, I am
nice to somebody, so they're nice to somebody else.
I'm not sure.
There's like a movie about it.
Like 7 pounds?
No.
It's like pay it forward?
Pay it forward. Yeah.
Okay.
Pay it forward, dude.
Okay, yeah.
Real basic saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't pay it forward. Pay it backwards.
Pay it backwards and give it back to me. Yeah.
Pay me, please.
Yeah, so like it sets the scene that my dude's and it's Jack Black, which, FYI, Nacho is Jack Black.
Did we say that in the beginning?
I don't think we did.
Well, now you know.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Jack Black is Nacho.
Yeah.
And he's at this monastery, and you can. This is actually one of my favorite scenes because he's like just and it's one of the first scenes. He's just tossing the food he's making like at these kids.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like beans, like really hard. It's the kind of beans that I hated.
Yeah.
And then you guys showed me what good beans were.
Good beans?
Yeah.
Refried? So it was like sloppy refried beans.
With like tortilla chips like on top of it. Yeah. It did not look appetizing.
No, but I think that's the point.
True.
They're a pretty poor monastery.
Yeah.
So then he...
Yeah. So then...
show that he's... Oh, yeah, this is when they introduce the
love interest?
Yes.
So...
Sort of,
yeah, I guess, yeah. Sort of.
Yeah.
They showed Jack Black in the back of the classroom with the orphans. He's obviously not in the class, I don't think, but he's just at the class. I guess like a helper.
There.
Yeah, he's just there, and then we get introduced to Encarnacion. Sister Encarnacion.
Yes, which I mean, it translates to incarnation.
Oh,
and I believe it's just supposed to be like she's like a angelic figure.
Oh, I never knew that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like kind of like
she's like super hot.
Yeah, okay.
Guess,
That makes sense. Oh,
and then, so immediately everyone is infatuated with her.
Yeah, like you can tell everyone like she's very attractive.
And she's the only girl there.
It's like a dude monastery with dude orphans.
Dude monastery. It's a fucking sausage fest at this monastery.
It's a sausage monastery.
Yes. Dudes only. Get the fuck out.
And
boys club.
Yeah. Like you were saying, everyone's excited. Jack Black in love, I guess, from the onset.
Deep
yeah. And I think he tries to impress her. He's like, hey, do you want to... He like walks up to her and tries to talk to her. And he gets cock blocked by the worst friar. I don't even think they give him a name, to be honest. I don't care to remember his name.
He's a dude.
He's just an ass. And his is I guess that he's in love with her too, because like they show him like slicking his hair down. But
he's giving her the eyes.
Yeah, he's giving her the eyes, so he's like sleazy. But he like immediately makes Jack Black go off. Yeah. And he says there's some guy sick with influenza. and Jack Black shows up, and this dude looks straight up dead.
Right. And it's just showing that he got pretty much told to do bitch work.
Yeah.
So that way this dude could flirt with Encarnacion.
Yeah, exactly. Like, get rid of Jack Black.
Yeah, it turns out the guy wasn't dead.
Yeah, he was just like chilling. I don't know what the fuck he was
like
doing.
Sleeping. He was sick. He had the flu.
Yeah.
I guess. So then he wakes up and Nacho runs back to the monastery.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. Sorry. He goes and this is where he gets the chips?
Yeah, he has to go get the...
Yeah, he has to go get the chips for the orphans.
Yeah, like, I guess he goes, like, on this run, and, like, every store puts out, like, this, I guess, the scraps.
Yeah.
Which he picks up and takes back to make, like, that sloppy bean and...
bean and chip.
Yeah.
Bean and chip casserole.
So he's going to pick up the chips, and then we get introduced to another character.
We get introduced to Steven. And Steven's this like almost rat, like he's tiny, skinny.
Yeah.
He looks like he's starving. And he's
almost like feral, like he's like on all fours, and
yeah, he's like hiding in the alley and like attacks Nacho and takes the chips from him.
He does,
because he's every man for himself. It's
the way of the world.
Mexico, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. And he takes the chips, and Jack Black has to go back, and everyone's upset with the dinner I think he makes. Yeah. No and he's just like, look, we have no food. I got robbed or something.
Yeah.
And I think that's when like homeboy tells him like, listen, I've had diarrhea since Easter. Like something, you're a terrible cook. He's basically insulting him. And I think Nacho decides right then and there, he's like, I'm tired of getting pushed around.
Well, it was because on his run he drove by and saw Ramses.
Remember? You're right. My apologies.
How many people were
like in love with Ramses. Yeah, and like it's very different from like pedaling around this like really weird looking bike, and you see Ramses get driven. Bike. Yeah, it's very like you can tell he really wants to be rich and
he wants to be famous. That's right. Loved.
Loved. Yeah.
But before we get into that,
okay,
I thought we'd bring up the fact that I think the song in the beginning, do you think that was also made just for Nacho Libre?
Yeah.
Because you seem to be a big fan of that song. I know you really like music made specifically for movies.
Again, lost art.
Lost art. And now we still haven't found the actual story behind Talking Dirty After Dark.
We'll figure it out one day.
I'm pretty sure Blank Man was 100% made for Blank Man.
Absolutely.
And we don't know about Nacho Libre yet. I am.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because I was looking up the Wikipedia on the music, and it was like they approach Beck to make songs. Right. So to me, that does make it sound kind of like Scott Pilgrim, where like the songs were custom to the movie. So that is, I like the soundtrack of this.
Right.
I don't know if that's weird. Please, someone agree with me at Gin and Sofa Pod on Instagram.
Like is it weird just like that specific
like
soundtrack?
I want to buy the soundtrack and put it in my car and listen to it on the way to work.
You probably find it on Spotify. I'm sure someone's collected all the songs and put a list.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they do.
That's what they do. That's what Spotify's for.
That's what they do. Yeah, exactly.
But you're right. Yeah, like it's like a custom song, and I like it. Did you like the sound? So I don't feel as weird. Did you like the soundtrack?
Song.
Okay.
The soundtrack. It fits the movie very well.
Oh, absolutely. It's like weird but fun, and like I don't know.
Yeah.
Very.
But anyway, we're back. Yeah. Back into it. He sees Ramses. He sees how awesome he is, and everyone likes him. So once he gets like kind of pushed, by the other friars that the food's not up to snuff, and
we don't have chips now.
He gets this idea in his head that he can just go wrestle, be a luchador, and get some money for the monostery. And he goes back to the alley and traps Steven.
Steven.
There's like a tag team event coming up.
Yeah. He puts some chips out to like entice him, and it works.
And it works, of course.
And they get into a little scrap, a little altercation, but at the end of it, Jack Black convinces him we would make a great tag team. And I think they said they make like $150 or $200.
Yeah, it was like 200 pesos or something.
Yeah, which I guess to him is like a super big amount of money, because like, well,
homie was like homeless.
Yeah, he was.
I think 200 is better than zero.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess if you split.
especially if you're gonna eat.
Yeah, alley chips.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so they decided to do a little montage of them training.
And some of the training that they did, I think, is just. I get it's a Nickelodeon movie, which surprised you, and I think it surprised me too.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like Harriet the Spy is also a Nickelodeon movie.
Right.
This is nothing like Harriet the Spy. It's not. It doesn't feel as kid friendly, even though I guess
I mean, there's nothing that's like extremely non-kid friendly.
Exactly.
But it's just kind of not like.
It just feels weird.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not super kiddie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
But definitely they do this training montage. A couple of the stunts are like Jack Black gets hit with a watermelon on the chest.
Cantaloupe?
Was it cantaloupe? I think it was a cantaloupe. Yeah, some kind of melon. He gets hit and he just takes it. He eats it. That's what I do when I'm at the gym.
Yeah.
I just want to get shot with fruit.
With a giant melon.
Yeah.
Smacking the chest with a melon. Fruit.
Yeah. And then I don't know, they chase a chicken, they throw a wasp nest. It was
Steven.
like, yeah.
A lot of it was against Steven, I think.
Yeah, I think
They just kind of, all of it was.
Yeah.
However, I think the melon was when you first spotted Jack Black's inverted nipples.
That is true.
Jack Black has inverted nipples.
Jack Black, if you don't know this, everybody go look at Jack Black's nipples. They are inverted. Just something fun fact, Jack Black has inverted nipples. I noticed it.
He does.
But
they go in and out.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie, they're different. That doesn't make sense to me, but
maybe there are varying degrees of arousal.
Oh, he's aroused? You got hit by a melon, so he's just like you, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
If you got melons in your
Jack Black, we should,
you get aroused, whether it be a fruit or not.
That's very true.
So
now's the day of the match. Like the training match leads into the training leads into the first match.
Right.
And
tell them how the match goes. This is just the random two guys, remember?
Yeah, this is like two random dudes, and it gets. So they're losing. They're kind of getting beat up. Then they start winning, and then like Jack Black starts like you can tell he's getting into it, like to the point where he's like I don't want to say bragging. Is bragging the right word, or like showboating? And that kind of gives
or gloating.
Gloating, yeah.
He's probably good.
He's definitely like doing the most, being extra.
And then landed like one hit, and he's all about it.
Yeah, like the crowd went wild, so he like started to like bask in it.
Yeah.
And then they get their ass kicked because of that. Yeah, learning lesson for Mr. Jack Black.
Wow. Excuse me. However, after that, they still get paid.
Yeah, and they lose, they're sad, but they get paid.
I think Nacho's excited about that.
Yeah. He's very excited about that. They show this little montage of like what they do with the winnings. I think Steven gets like some sick duds.
Yeah, he also gets some street corn.
Some street corn.
But I think Nacho goes and gets a bunch of food for the orphans.
Yeah, including chips, and he makes a salad.
Yes.
Gives it to everyone, and this is one of my favorite parts. He gives everyone a normal salad, and then he crushes up. I was about to call her Esmeralda. Oh my goodness. Encarnacion. Sorry, Esmeralda on the mind. He crumples up the chips in front of Encarnacion and like blows them at her. Probably the least attractive thing someone can do to try to impress a woman.
But he thinks it's
he's an orphan friar. And it seems she does do a smile. I do want to point that out on the rewatch.
She might have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think she was like, okay, crush those tortilla chips.
On my face. Spray them.
Whoa.
Oh. Yeah. So they continue to lose a bunch of matches.
They do lose a bunch of matches. And you can tell one thing that it's not that we haven't mentioned, but like you learn throughout the movie is like he has to keep it a secret from everyone.
He has a discussion with Encarnacion.
Yeah, and she's like, it's a sin. She's like
ungodly or something.
Yeah, ungodly. Like he has to keep everything a secret. So just keep that in the back of your mind, where he's like kind of going back and forth, running these matches, getting his ass kicked, but making good money enough to like provides
some food for everybody.
Yeah, but he does start buying himself.
He does start wearing some sweet gear.
Yeah, he buys
nice
himself some
kicks.
duds. Yeah, some very sick shoes.
Yeah, he's got a nice outfit going.
He has a very sick fit.
Yeah, you brought that up.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if Cristiago looks like Nacho Libre in a couple of days.
I style inspo. But the fit though did lead into their quote unquote date.
Yeah, well, so like he admits to Steven that he's got a crush on Encarnacion.
He does, yeah.
Like, I don't know how to like win her over or something. And
Yeah.
he's just like, I'll set up. He's like, I have an idea. I was like, we'll set up I know a couple guys. We'll ambush you in the alley, but we'll let you beat us up so you look like you protected her or something.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that's gonna make you win her over.
Yeah.
But okay. Sure. And so then they were walking in the alley, and and then
this is one of my favorite scenes when he's doing like the like stretches and trying to impress her.
Trying to impress her with his clothes and his body.
His body, and then you remember when he does the cheek
clenches his cheeks.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, her reaction, I think it worked.
She had some kind of reaction.
I really couldn't read her reaction. If we have any female listeners, please go watch the scene in question and tell me what her reaction was.
I'd be very surprised if one of you comes up and says it turned you on.
Well, no. I don't want them to be turned on by Jack Black. I'm asking, do you think her reaction looks like she was turned on? Because when I look at her reaction, I think Encarnacion was like, oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I can't look at that manly clenched ass." Yeah. So I think there was like a little bit of a smile. I really just want people to go look at her reaction. And it turns out some two guys walk past.
He picks a fight with the wrong guys.
He picks a fight with the wrong guys.
Not the group they're supposed to be.
Yeah, and he gets his ass kicked by these two guys. Well, not ass kicked. He gets punched in the face.
Yeah, he just gets knocked out.
Yeah, and he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
And then that's when he's like, I look terrible out there. Why doesn't she like me? I want to do all this stuff. And then another brilliant idea by Steven is Steven says, listen, I know this guy.
Yeah. He's got like a secret
location for eggs.
Yeah, there's an eagle egg that if you eat it, it gives you great power.
Yeah.
The power of an eagle.
Yeah,
and
apparently.
It's played by Peter Stormare. He's from Fargo.
Yeah.
He's the opposite of Steve Buscemi in the movie. I think he's great. He's done a bunch of little stupid roles now.
Yeah,
he's great.
He definitely is played. But here's my vibe that guy gave me. You could tell this dude was like bullshitting the entire time,
right?
But they were so impressionable, I guess.
Yeah,
because he was like, "You're telling me that if I drink the yolk of this eagle, I will have nutrients and power." And the guy was like, "Yeah,
yeah, sounds good to me."
Yeah,
whatever you want to tell yourself.
Yeah. So Jack Black climbs up, gets an eagle egg, which is massive.
Cracks it open. It's as big as your head.
Yeah, massive egg apparently. Cracks it open with a rock, drinks it, and then decides the best way to get down, just jump, I guess, straight into the water.
Like an eagle.
Like an eagle.
Fly like an eagle.
That would have been dope if he flew, but
I think it would. Yeah, it would mean it was real.
It would mean.
And we all know.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It wasn't real.
So then. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they lose another match, though.
Right, which makes Jack Black upset.
Yeah, he's like, why do I not?
I don't have the power of an eagle.
Why did I do this? You have to understand. Yeah, if you haven't seen the movie, go listen to it. I'm trying to do my damnedest.
I was gonna bring that up actually. What was your thoughts on Jack Black's accent?
I'm not Mexican. You Mexican.
Yeah,
so like
sure.
I don't know if I should be offended. Like I feel like it would be offensive maybe.
I think it's partially yes, offensive. But it's kind of weird how this one movie hasn't really been attacked.
Oh yeah.
You know?
It's very interesting because like it's one of those things where I guess if no one's outraged by it, I shouldn't be offended because I'm not the one that you know what I mean? But I don't.
It's funny though because I think he gets away with it when he says his mom was Scandinavian immigrant.
Yeah.
And so then you're like, oh, that's right, Jack Black. Okay.
Yeah. The accent, it's like it's very Jack Black doing a Mexican accent.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really avoid it.
Yeah, he still does his faces. He still does his like over like.
Yeah.
I can't
well,
even
you get into that.
Yeah.
So I think this is where Steven's like, I know Ramsey's having a party.
Yeah.
Well, sorry guys, we got to back up a minute. We were at the market,
Yeah.
the Encarnacion, and Jack Black sees Ramsey's, and all the kids want his autograph.
Yeah.
So he goes up to Ramsey's, and he's like, hey, the kids love you. They want an autograph. Ramsey, he wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he ignores him.
He ignores him.
He tries to pull a big dick move.
He does pull a big dick move.
I think a big dick move
But I
would
think
be
this is like
orphans.
one of the first, like... You think so?
Well, like signing the autograph for orphans would be a big, massive dick move.
Yeah. Sure. Magnet dick.
Yeah, but you were saying it's the first time we see Ramsey.
It's like one of the first times where they kind of show that Ramses gives no fucks about anybody but himself.
Yeah, like he's a douche.
Yeah, well, he's like literally motivated by himself.
Yeah,
his own success. Like, there's no like, which I'll bring it up towards the end.
Sure,
but yeah.
Yeah, and the Ramsey's like big dicks him,
throws him into like a barrel of bullshit.
So I think at this point Jack Black is really at his lowest. His eagle egg didn't work. Ramsey's big dicked right. They lost matches. He's like, I don't want to get paid for losing. I want to win. And you did it really well. He does it. Yeah, okay. And he does it like that.
My heritage helped me out.
Yeah, he's like, I want to go pro. Yeah. We should sneak into this party.
Well, he was saying, I guess Steven had the idea. I thought.
Yeah, I think Steven did.
And he was like, he's having a party. We can talk to his manager and try and go pro.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. So then they decided to go to the party. They don't have tickets clearly, so they can't really go in.
Yeah, they get blocked at the door. Jack Black helps Steven up. And then Steven's like, I can't help you over. You're too fat.
You're too fat.
And then he leaves.
Yeah.
So I guess Jack Black joins the mariachi band.
Yeah, mariachi band rolls up. So he says, I'll walk in with them. And they didn't question, apparently. They didn't give a shit.
It's also funny because,
member? Whatever.
He like walks in with them. And I was like, didn't those same guys see you in that same outfit? Not like
in their van?
Yeah.
Exactly. They're just like, oh, okay, you want to play with us? That's fine.
Yeah, sick. All right,
sure,
bass player.
You know how to play?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Yeah. It was very weird. The party is kind of a funny scene. Like you see Ramses again get like be dickish when he's big dicking everybody. Yeah, Steven's like, I want to be a pro. Me and my friend want to be a pro wrestler, and Ramses like big dicks him, and then then we learn though about the free for all because he's like, if you want to be a professional wrestler, he tells Steven there's going to be a free for all this Saturday. Top 8 wrestlers. If you win, you get to fight Ramses. Yeah.
So
so Steven's like, all right, that's what I'll do. He goes off. I guess Jack Black. Well, he goes off into. We'll get to that.
Yeah, he's getting chased by. I guess it's Ramses'
daughter.
Agent's daughter.
Oh, the agent's. Okay.
His manager's daughter.
Okay.
He's like, gross.
Yeah, like obviously, like they are the two extremes, I guess, of the human body. Steven and his love interest.
If you remember, Steven is rail thin. So
yeah,
we'll say that. There you go.
But she. Really wants him. I didn't really care for this plot line. It felt like one of those, like...
Yeah, filler?
Yeah, just something to make, like, a random joke, like a Nickelodeon kind of joke.
Really to get Steven out of the scene so when Jack Black rolls up with the mariachi band, I guess.
That makes sense.
But they could have probably thought something. They could have just had him walk away.
Just be like, oh, I'll go tell Jack Black.
I'll go get some more drinks or something.
Yeah. So then this is a filler in every Jack Black movie.
Yeah, it's not a Jack Black movie until something like this happens.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest here.
I feel like that should be a trivia question. We'll just post that out and be like, it's not a Jack Black movie until this happens.
Yeah.
And just get a bunch of people to answer. Yeah. But for us, it is definitely not a Jack Black movie without a musical sequence. Like him singing.
Specifically done by him.
Yeah, exactly. Like he has to show, like, you're a very talented musician. You're a great singer, dude. You do it in every movie. We get it. Yeah. To the point where, like, it's kind of a thing where, like, now I think it's part of your personality that, like, do you want us to keep saying you're a great singer? Anyway, I don't need to.
Were you offended by this scene?
This one wasn't as bad. Because like it was weird. Okay. The band is playing and Jack Black is like kind of just humming along, doing normal, and like everyone likes it. And then randomly
He just starts singing.
Well, yeah, like the manager's like, sing a song for Ramses.
Yeah.
And I guess none of the other three guys wanted to sing a song, and so they just look at Jack Black. Yeah, look at Nacho and say, all right, you're up. And so he sings a song about Ramses.
Yeah. Well, so, okay, the funny thing is, like, there's never been one inkling that Nacho can sing.
Yes.
Or has talent.
Yeah, in that, yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. He's trying to be a wrestler and he doesn't have talent to be that. He's not good at being a monastery, like, friar.
Yeah.
He's just not good, but he's got good heart.
Yeah, yeah.
Good ambition. He just doesn't have any
Hard
skills.
worker.
Yeah. You know, he shows up on time. Whatever. Good for him. So, all of a sudden, I guess you're supposed to suspend. It's almost like breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, hey, right now we're going to be Jack Black for this scene.
That's
Nacho.
true. Yeah.
I'm going to sing about Ramses, but as Jack Black. And then we're going to go right back to being Nacho.
Yeah. It did feel very shoehorned, like unnecessary, because it doesn't really lead anywhere. Steven already got the information.
Right.
About the free-for-all.
Yeah.
But when he gets... This is the interesting part, is when he gets home, he spent too much time at this party. When he gets home, he didn't make breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes and sees Sister Encarnacion making breakfast.
Right.
And he's like, hey, she's like, why weren't you here? All this stuff.
Where were you?
And I think he finally admits. He says, listen. Yeah. He says, I was at a wrestling match. I am.
Yeah. Well, I know you skipped over one of my favorites.
I did? Oh.
Is when they were about to leave. And the two guys show up, which I think are wrestlers.
Yeah.
Later on. And they stab his little cart bike and like empty the tire.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah, and there's like a standoff. And the guy's got a pocket knife, and then Steven's got an ear of street corn. And this like standoff goes off for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's like a intense.
And then Steven decides to fucking like darts, throws the corn into the dude's eye. And then the scene just cuts out to him returning to the monastery.
Yeah.
But it's just so like, that is 100% a Napoleon Dynamite-esque scene.
Yeah.
And it works so well because it's just so fucking weird.
And very random, like you.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? And he just like threw a fucking corn in his eye. Like,
and then never mentions it again.
Never.
Yeah.
That just happened. They got out of there. They got out of a jam.
That's how we get. Jen and Sofa gets out of jams. We throw corn. So
yeah, cover your eyes.
If you guys ever try to jam us up,
hope you're wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Corn coming right through your eyeball.
Corn in your eye.
Right for your ocular
The
cavity.
old Nacho Libre. The old Steven.
The old Steven move, yeah.
But
for the bitch's ocular cavity.
Yeah. The old, so I married an axe murderer then.
Bitch is the best.
Yeah, I agreed. So he gets home. And she's made the dinner or the breakfast, excuse me, because he stayed.
You just didn't make.
Yeah, because they let the air out of the tires. I forgot that part, so like that explains why he had to take so long to get home.
Right.
To the next morning, and he admits he's a luchador. Mm-hmm. He does some like praying over it, where like he like asks God. I guess he's like, "Hey, why did you make me want to be a luchador, but make me like suck?"
Yeah, like.
And then he's like, wait, maybe if I like wrestle, but give everything to the orphans instead of like, buying shoes and, he's like, oh, so I've got it. I'll win this free for all and give all the money to the orphans. If you believe that, then you support my wrestling. You know what I mean?
Right.
He has this like big cathartic moment where he's like, okay, wrestling now.
But then they just.
Yeah.
They just kick him out anyway.
Yeah, they just kick him out because he loses. He goes to the free-for-all.
Oh, yeah. He goes to free-for-all.
He gets to the last guy. Like, the Silencio, I think is his name.
Oh, yeah, he looks like a big dude.
Big dude. Massive dude. Kind of looks badass.
Really big dick in everyone.
Yeah. Like, throws two dudes.
Actual big dick.
Yeah, actual big dick in him. Jack Black looks like he's about to take him on. Gets tripped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gets tripped.
By some rando outside
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, so Silencio gives him a big old pile driver and pins him. Jack Black has lost but came in second.
Chance to fight Ramses.
Yeah.
And now he has no money for the monastery.
No money.
And he's a luchador.
Yeah. He's lost. He's
lost everything.
And he goes home, and like you alluded to, he got kicked out. He goes home, and everything's packed up, and they're like, get out of here.
Later, dude.
And that's when he has like the weirdest, another Napoleon Dynamite moment when he talks to the kid.
Yeah.
And his name's escaping me.
Chancho.
When he talks to Chancho, and he's like, hey, if you're going to go live in the wilderness and not be here, take this. It's my mom's lucky machete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a very Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes,
like
I have a machete.
Yeah, like why would a 6-year-old have a machete?
A lucky one.
Yeah, So Jack Black goes off. It has a little montage scene of like trying to survive.
Yeah, trying to survive in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Turns out he's about 30 feet outside of town.
Like people can see him so much that our boy Steven is like, hey, dude.
What you doing out here?
Yeah, why are you here? And he's like, I lost everything.
Ramsey is just a big dude.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Turns out he's a real douche.
And he's like, yeah, he's a real douche. I can't even do it like you do.
Douche.
So Steven's like, no, you didn't hear. Silencio. He's hurt.
Yeah. He's out.
So second place.
Turns out that Silencio was
just like Ramsey's, a dick.
Well, he was a dick, and he was like fighting off some kid, right? For an autograph.
Yeah, for bread. He the kid was hungry and wanted his bread.
He said, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And, Steven ran him over with the cart
because apparently he loves orphans now.
Yes, he's grown.
Yeah,
he hate orphans.
He's grown. He loves orphans, I guess.
A big orphan.
Yeah, big orphan guy. This guy. So now we finally get the marquee match.
He's like, number 2 can fight, and that's you.
Yeah.
So Nacho versus Ramses. They're showing them warm up.
Yeah, they're showing him warm up. Nacho's fine. I guess he's doing his own thing.
Well, he's in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Steven. And this is where I was saying that it was alluded to earlier that Ramses is about himself.
Oh, yeah.
His trainer, his other trainer, he's got like 16 trainers.
Yeah.
One of them's oiling him up.
Yeah.
And the other one's like giving him like a motivation talk, but it was just talking about how Ramses is the best.
Yeah, he's like, Ramses is the best.
Everything about Ramses is number 1.
Ramses' legs are number one.
Ramses' arms
are number one.
And yeah. So it basically shows that Ramses motivated by himself.
Yeah, he's only cares about himself.
And then I think that was like a big, of course, it was just used as another excuse for Jack Black.
Yeah.
But Steven's in there with him, like giving him like a little pep talk, and he's just like, "This is for Encarnacion, right?" And he's just like, "Then you can take it away from here."
Yeah, he just belts out another one.
He belts another one.
Yeah.
He said one is not enough.
He said, you know what? Because apparently he produced it.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm producing this movie. I want 2 musical parts.
Well, he produced, was it with Mike White?
Yeah.
But they also produced School of Rock.
Yeah.
So that was even more.
Yeah.
That was the whole movie.
They were just like, let's get more.
Let's make a soundtrack together. Yeah.
Exactly. So he does
But it was a good song.
I kind of liked it. We're a little close to the mic, so I don't want to hit the notes, but maybe we'll make some content where I try to sing the Encarnacion song for the people.
You know what was funny to me?
Yeah.
When I saw this in theaters, you know how sometimes you get a lot of like, stupid laughs.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I might chuckle at something.
Sure.
I laugh more at home when I watch it, but sometimes when you're in a theater, some people they just laugh.
Yeah.
A lot of people laughed when he said, something about grass, and I used this.
Oh,
to wipe my
hands. Yeah.
And I used my hands to wipe my tears instead of
Yeah.
ass, and everyone was like, he didn't say ass, he said tears. It was good though.
Yeah.
It was funny though.
It's a good.
I was wondering if you caught on to that.
I didn't catch on to it. I only remember the Encarnacion, the
really?
vocal oculations.
Yeah, he was like, I used to do this to pick some grass. Now I have to use my hands to wipe my tears.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't. I probably wouldn't have laughed because it went over my head.
Yeah, it was just like, and he did like that whole it's kind of like Brand New.
Where like the pause and then
she's only looking for so much more than
sex,
you know.
That's
You
a
do
great
that
song.
pause where it's like, tears.
Tears.
And I got him. But anyway, so you didn't hear that at all. It was just me.
It was just you
There was
and
some
all the
random
people who were
boomers
laughing.
Yeah, some random boomers in the theater when I saw it. I think I saw it with Duhamel, so I need to ask him if he remembers that.
What if he was like, that was my favorite joke? I was one of the
I'm
ones
still
laughing.
about it. Every time I see it. I can't stop laughing about that. I
Yeah.
thought he said ass. He didn't say ass. He got me.
Yeah, it got me.
He got me really good. He starts singing about Encarnacion.
He does, and then he gets the knock, he gets interrupted, and he says, time for your
Time
match.
for the match.
The match does not go his way for a
It goes
while.
about every way that Nacho matches have been going.
Yeah, he's getting his ass like fucking
Handed to
beat
him. Fucking on a platter.
on a platter, but he's hanging tough.
Yeah, if anything about Nacho, I'd say he's got a lot of durability.
Yeah, that's what
If you had a stat meter on him, he's got a lot of durability.
he maxed out health.
Out.
Yeah,
Ability, nothing. But
Yeah.
durability. Yeah, he's got a lot of stamina. And
Yeah.
health.
Like a tank.
Yeah,
He's a
he just
tank.
get thrown around. Doesn't matter, but he's never gonna do anything to you.
Yeah, and he's like got Ramsey's leg on his throat. When
Yeah.
who walks in? Encarnacion. And the orphans wearing
Nacho's
Nacho.
wearing the Nacho
Yeah,
mask.
Nacho's-
And this is again showing that Nacho is motivated by others.
Yeah.
It's usually the children and Encarnacion, yes.
Yeah.
But mostly the children, they kind of they give him a boost.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
That's what he's doing it for.
They give him a boost, and he
shows-
just
he just kind of starts beating ass.
he beats ass, and his finishing move was this really dope, like
fucking
flying, like
Yeah, he flew like a B-12,
yeah.
which B-52 like stealth bomber.
Do you think that was a reference to the eagle?
I think so.
Okay.
But
It just dawned on me while we were talking about it. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, did I just now get that subtext?"
yeah, right. Holy shit! Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was an eagle thing, and then but I mean, it was also I guess showing that like all he needed was to show that people cared about him,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then Ramses was just I'm
Oh.
about myself.
Yeah.
So,
So-
yeah, he lands and he pins him, and apparently Ramses can't push him up anymore.
Yeah. Ramses
He's
loses.
He loses.
Yeah, Ramses loses, and it just goes into the next scene where I guess he's got his money, so they bought a bus,
Bought a bus for the boys.
bought a bus for the boys in Encarnacion.
She riding shotgun.
She's riding shotgun. My 9 ride shotgun.
I was gonna say that. I was just gonna say.
I beat you to the brand new
Yeah,
reference.
you got me. I was like, my.
But the ending of the movie is literally, I think they're just standing in a line, like
They're
really
like,
excited.
on a field trip. I
Yeah.
think. I guess because you take the kids out of the monastery.
Yeah.
And then
Which
it
is
kinda
nice.
just ends.
It kind of ends with just a look from Jack Black to Encarnacion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a very Napoleon Dynamite way to end a movie with like his like
be like another. Yeah, he makes this shitty looking face.
Yeah,
This
like-
little awful smile.
very Jack Black only face.
Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I say, I don't know. She gave another smirk again.
Yeah, she did. So it's like I think it alludes to it a little bit that like okay, they're like they know that they've taken some vows, but you know, maybe they do love each other.
Maybe they do.
Yeah. So now we can get into the scale.
The scale is here.
The scale is here.
You've seen it twice.
I've seen it twice, and these were my first 2 times seeing it.
Before
Never
we get into scale, I just want you to know that. Did you know that this movie was loosely based on a real story?
No way.
Yeah.
Like how loosely?
I mean, very loosely. I guess the only thing I read about it was that this guy named, like, is Sergio Gutierrez, but he was a friar. Oh, man, I just saw it. But he was basically, for 20-something years, was a luchador to feed the monastery.
No way.
Until they found out, and then he got kicked out.
Of the monastery?
Yeah, so that whole that's the part that was based on. Everything else
Wow.
has kind of just been like
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
around with, but like
Interesting.
we should definitely get into that little story maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But
Fun
you know,
fact.
rating scale. Anyway.
Rating scale. I second time seeing the movie, and both of these times were as an adult, I guess, because I had never seen the movie before.
What came out in 2006?
Yeah,
So I was
so
an adult the whole time. Son.
yeah, true. But I guess like
Yeah,
You know, yeah.
I know what you're saying.
but I'm gonna say I would have 2 cocktails. I can enjoy it sober. One cocktail would be okay. I think 2 cocktails for a Nacho Libre would make some of those. Like maybe I would have caught the ass thing that I missed.
Maybe. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a little hot for you. I'm surprised. I'm gonna go 1 cocktail.
1 cocktail.
I just like the absurdity of it.
Yeah, it is really absurd. I like it. I do.
I do like absurd movies, so
I like it. I want to know what our viewers think of it, though, because I think this would be one that some of our viewers have probably already seen. So, like, hopefully they already have.
It's a little more mainstream than the other ones we've reviewed.
So let us know at Gin and Sofa Pod if you like this movie, if you agree with us that it was, like, absurd but also good.
If you hate it, if you really like it, if you're in the middle.
Yeah, we would love to know.
I think it's better if you were drunk, that kind of shit.
Please.
Yeah, hit us up.
All right, degenerates. That's all the time we had today. We hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like or follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or really wherever you get your podcasts. And you can always reach out to us on Instagram or DM. Just look up Gin and Sofa Pod. Gin and Sofa, out.